I think there are probably people in the U.S. government who knew it was going to happen. I can't prove that, but I probably think there were.
Did you see, by the way, there's a journalist on Twitter. I mean, he's a journalist, but I saw this on Twitter, who's getting sued by Kash Patel's girlfriend for implying that she is a honeypot.
Yes.
That's pretty crazy, right? You can't joke
move
around on Twitter
Yeah.
without... He's the director of the FBI.
Yeah. It's
his girlfriend suing you for an insane amount of money.
It's Streisand effect, like, to a T.
100%.
Like, it's very stupid to sue the guy. Even if he was saying dumb shit.
Sure.
Very stupid.
Well, he's getting sued.
It's
so
crazy.
he fled to El Salvador currently to not get arrested by the feds or something. He's like, I'm currently in El Salvador. They're like, fuck you, you coward, come back. And he's just like, I don't want to get taken to jail, basically. So it's interesting, right? Land of the free, home of the brave. Mm-hmm. How free are we? We haven't even talked about like Palantir or any of that stuff. I'm not an expert by any means, but that's interesting, right? Because Palantir is seed funded by the CIA.
And QTEL, yeah.
Crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So Palantir theoretically has the ability to get all the information the government wants, but can't legally take themselves. The government can outsource that to Palantir. They can extract all that data, and then the government can legally use that information, right?
Yep.
So they've created a backdoor to extract all of our information.
That's right.
That's interesting, right?
It's very interesting.
And
have you done a video on this yet?
No. We should, though.
Are you going to?
Maybe. It might be beyond my depth. We're just speaking, this is like top of my Twitter feed here. Yeah. But that's interesting, right? That's an interesting development. And they've used that technology apparently to decide which kids are getting bombed in Gaza, I think. Mm-hmm. That's real.
That is real.
Israel. I like what you did there.
Yeah. I mean, the way they would put it is which terrorists are we targeting in Gaza, but we all know how that turned out. But yes.
So it's interesting, too. You can label anyone a terrorist, and then we have the means to kill them without scrutiny. Yeah. Interesting, right?
It's a post-2001 world, seems like.
And you get a thug shakedown whenever you go through TSA because 9/11, shoe bomber, allegedly.
Allegedly.
What are your thoughts on 9/11?
As in, like, the story we got publicly?
Correct, yeah.
Oh, of course, the story is not what we were told. I do get shit for some of my takes on 9/11 though, and I'm staying open-minded on it. I know, like, Tucker actually just did like an investigation on it that I was watching that was very interesting. What's clear to me is the following: there are other countries that had intelligence that knew something was going to go down, and they didn't share it with us.
Sure,
it was multiple countries.
Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It's a huge, huge help. Thank you.
And there was what we have known since the beginning that they couldn't cover up was the fact that there was a huge disagreement between Alex Station at CIA and FBI, and Alex Station big dogged FBI and basically kept them out of the loop, and that directly caused hijackers to fall through the cracks. The layer that it gets to where they're like, okay, therefore
controlled demolition.
The controlled demolition, Building 7, that it looks wrong.
Okay,
yeah, that looks wrong. Let put that to the side for a second. That's a separate conversation. Just starting at the basics, though, when people talk about like, oh, the CIA 100% did it, I think there are probably people in the U.S. government who knew it was going to happen. I can't prove that, but I probably think there were. The issue with the CIA actually doing this one, though, is that they went on record, like the director and the head of CTC and like Rich Blee went to the White House multiple times in the summer of 2001, July and August, and told them it was coming. So why would the people who are trying to make it happen go do that? Which tells me maybe it was people in the White House that knew. So somebody knew. It's
and then we have the perfect false flag.
The bottom line is it's fucked up and it's a perfect false flag.
Sure.
Yep, 100%.
And I guess, probably thought of that because Dick Cheney just died. And then I don't know what exact relationship he had with Halliburton, what level of ownership or influence, but
he was the CEO.
The CEO, right? And he's awarding himself defense contracts without bidding, right?
Yes.
So that's fucking crazy. That's legal, right? We can have the vice president of the United States mysteriously involve us as a country in a war with the Osama bin Laden rabbit hole is crazy too, because what the fuck does Osama have to do with Afghanistan?
What do you mean?
I don't even think he's from Afghanistan.
No, he's not.
None
He's
of it
Saudi.
even.
Yeah.
Why are we bombing Afghanistan? Why are we entering Afghanistan?
That one because they were because he was taking refuge there and the Taliban was protecting him. That's why they did that.
Allegedly.
Sure.
But anyways, we killed 1 million Afghanis, right? Is that the number? How many Afghanistan?
By the end of the war, I actually don't know the number offhand, but it was
so there's a large number of people. Halliburton's directly benefiting off of this, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So we're in this perma war situation.
More Iraq, to be clear.
Okay, that's fair.
But yes, yeah.
Okay,
point
241. I'm way off. How many people died in Iraq?
That was a lot.
Okay, I was way off then. We're ambitious with our factoids here. Yeah.
But that's why we're checking it.
Yeah.
The million sounds similar from Iraq. Yeah, that's where you're getting it from. Approximately 186,000 to over 1 million total deaths in Iraq
super
from
broad
03
range.
to 11. It's a broad range.
How do we not have a number on that? That's weird, right?
It is very weird.
So all the stuff we left behind for the Taliban.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see the video of them sort of playing around with the technology in the gyms, like kids at a play set?
Yep.
That's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
We went there for questionable motives, blew them the fuck up, killed a bunch of their people, left all our shit behind, dipped. Taliban assumed the power.
That's what
filled the power vacuum.
Up. The fact that they're in control again, it's crazy.
But there's some positive things that have come out of the Taliban. This is controversial. I'm pretty sure they banned the opium trade. So they're super strict on the drug use. Fact check me on this. I think they have these super intense rehab facilities for drug users.
Wow.
But let's see what his fact check says.
They beat the drug use out of you?
I think they did. They also, stripped women of their rights and those important things. But Afghanistan rounded up from the streets into Taliban drug rehab. So they're super strict on the drug trade, and I believe 90% of the opium supply
93
comes from Afghanistan.
93. Yep.
The majority of Europe got their opium from Afghanistan
and East Asia too. Yeah.
So fentanyl is a synthetic alternative, arguably to the opium.
Yeah.
Where am I going with this? They don't have fentanyl, but maybe they will one day, given that the Afghanistan are now throttling the supply of the opium that they produce.
Right.
But I'm sure it'll just be produced elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though, that Europe does not have the same relationship with fentanyl that the United States does. We're getting murked by fentanyl.
It's a reverse opium war from China.
You think so?
Yeah, and obviously they're utilizing the cartels, and there's a lot of moving pieces there. But I mean, that's just my opinion based on a lot of people I've talked to. Doesn't mean I'm right.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of compelling evidence on the Chinese working directly with cartels and utilizing our border to get that into our country.
I'm just reading this. I'm listening to you as well. The result was 99% reduction in the area of opium poppy farming in Taliban.
The Taliban,
areas.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's what it is.
We haven't really even talked about fentanyl at all.
We haven't, and you've done some work on that. I've seen.
Sure, yeah. Every major city has some degree of people zombified, bent over, dying.
Obviously,
on the streets.
Kensington's the wildest example, but it's happening everywhere.
Everywhere. Just in Providence, Rhode Island. Surprisingly, a lot of people, homeless people, drug addicts, intersection of the two. Mm-hmm. Strong intersectionality there, for sure. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting that we even allow fentanyl to exist in the country in the first place. That is not something we can just stop, right? Seems like a very
What do you mean
solvable.
allow it to exist? I mean,
Why
technically,
would
we don't allow it, but it's
Well, we
getting
do,
in
though, right?
easily. Yeah.
How hard can it be to prevent the flow of fentanyl into the United States?
We let it get so out of control that now it is really hard.
I don't buy it.
You don't buy it?
No. And what is our relationship with Mexico? So we seem to be cool with them being a narco state, right?
Cool is a strong word.
That seems to be within our power,
Yeah.
the strength of our mighty military, right? That we could probably put a stop to that if we wanted to.
I would think so. Removing some barriers of diplomacy there, yeah.
And Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, 37 candidates leading up to her were assassinated before she was elected president, I think is the exact number.
Luckiest woman in Mexico.
Isn't that crazy, though? Mm-hmm. So it's like, how much money is there to be made out of the fentanyl trade is the real question. And the leading cause of death for adults under 40, I believe, is accidental deaths. And one of the largest categories of accidental deaths is opioid overdose deaths. So
I'll tell you where my brain also goes with it, because, of course, this is all relevant right now vis-a-vis the Mexico relationship. Yeah. Put that aside for 1 second. How about the fact that a legalized cartel within our country created the demand for this unfettered for over a decade?
You're talking about
Purdue and the Sacklers.
Yes, the Sacklers. That's crazy.
It just that
the overprescription of a lot of these drugs too that's another issue.
It's
sure.
That way, and they never served a day in prison.
That's crazy.
That's where I go. There's some
round them up, right?
Yeah, not even just that, but there's some powers that be at hand here, moving some pieces on a chessboard that we're not looking at. That's where my mind does go full, like, Godfather, like Besnavante on a string, like absolutely. Like one thing leads to the other, which leads to the other, which leads to the other, which is where we are now.
Sure.
It is evolution.
So whether it's illegally trafficked into the country or we legalize it and sell it as a pain med, fucked either way.
Yeah.
But obviously no one's forcing you to take it, right?
Yeah.
But it's pretty alluring.
I'll tell you.
Here's all of your pain. You have chronic pain.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Sure.
The people I feel horrible for are, someone who's working and they hurt their back or something and they go to a doctor and then the doctor prescribed them like all this shit. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So I broke this wrist 3 times, right?
Doing what?
The last time, first time was on a bike, second time was playing basketball, third time was playing football. Okay. So the second time I did it was bad and they were able to reset it.
Okay.
The third time I did it, I needed to get a plate and screws. So I did it when I was a sophomore in college.
Sounds terrible, by the way.
Freshman in college. Okay. This was like 2012. So I think I'm like 18 years old.
Sure.
And the college doctor, I go to because I did it like on campus. So then I went into the doctor who was going to do the surgery and all that. And then they had me go see the college doctor just to like check in on me and stuff like that. I don't even remember it. He prescribed me like 4 months worth of oxycodone or something. No, I didn't take
that stuff's super addictive, right?
Oh, I didn't take any of it. Okay. It was a funny story. It sat in my backpack in this little pocket that I forgot about. So when I was in high school once, I used to get bagels at school, and I would take the knife from the cafeteria and put the cream cheese on my bagel in class and then stick it in my backpack.
It's very Jewish.
So I go through TSA one time with my parents, and they're like, "What the fuck? Get over here!" And the fucking
just my bagel officer.
And you see the typical like big fucking TSA lady who looks like she could beat the shit out of you, and she's pulling knives out of my backpack. I'm like, "Oh shit! I'm sorry, those are my bagel knives," and they let me go because they realized I was just and not a terrorist. Yeah. But probably white privilege or whatever you want to call it, if you will. But so I go
He's Italian. He's not white.
Exactly. I go through TSA a few years later. This is like 4 months after I break my wrist. I never took any of that oxycodone, but I forgot I had it.
Okay.
So before we get to TSA, I'm with my mom. She goes, "Any surprises in your backpack?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And I go through the pockets. I'm like, ugh. And all the oxycodone had been like thrown around and fallen out. So it was just pure powder.
Sure.
And I never took it, but I'm like, I could have taken all that. I could have been addicted to fucking Percocets at age 19 and be dead now or on the side of a road somewhere with no life. And I never asked for it. I never wanted it. I wasn't particularly in pain. I didn't say, "Give me fucking pain meds, doc." But that's how easily they were giving that shit out. So the people that reverberate from that, I feel really bad for.
Yeah, because you're kind of just hooked for life. Yeah. Like, think of these coal miners in Appalachia. Yes. Appalachia. You said it the right way. Appalachia, not Appalachia.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching the episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button on the video. They're both a huge, huge help. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram and X, those links are in my description below.